To unlock the Desperado monkey, you need a whopping 3.5 million pops to unlock this tower. And you might think it's as easy as beating Chimps mode or Unpoppable mode just twice. There's 2 million total pops in each mode, obviously from the 2 Mega Pops challenge. But by the time you get to round 100 here, you're going to realize that a tower could easily have nearly 2 million pops, but your Desperado monkey will not have the same amount. Why is this happening? So when you get to the victory screen, we can see 2 numbers here that actually make a little bit more sense. The total damage that we've done and the pop count that we have. The pop count is how many specific balloons we popped, and the total damage is how much damage we've done to, for example, bigger balloons. A Moab can have 200 health, but when you pop a Moab, you only pop 1 balloon. So you can do a lot more damage than get your pop count. So the question is, how do we unlock the Desperado quicker? Well, unfortunately, you can't cheat the system by doing it in sandbox mode. Well, obviously, the quickest way is to buy him. Just pay $8 and you can get the Desperado unlock pack just like that. If you're going to do that, make sure you use my creative support code. It's SJB. Another way that used to work really, really well was going to the experiment section, going to Moab Madness. You could just click go on this bad boy, and you got to beat 5 rounds of ridiculous amounts of Moabs. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but I like to play with an arcane spike and a balloon solver with blue splatter to start. First round has just Moabs, the second round has just BFBs, but obviously a big change here. Third round has DDTs, which are pretty scary here, but you realize that the Arcane Spike and Solver are just kind of amazing together. You can afford a Moab Dom pretty quickly here on round 4, and that is a massively amazing oh my god popper. So much so that we actually need to get a lot more balloon popping power, the balloon impact, and a faster reload. The last round is a bunch of bads, and we need to do kind of something similar. We're just going to Arc Mage with this combo here, and it should work out pretty well. Kind of wanted a Mad, but we can't afford it, so we literally beat the map. How absurd. Anyways, after all of that, you're like, woo, that was pretty good. We should have gotten a total of 1 million pops. Except we didn't. But there might be one other solution. This is what I like to do. You want to put a glue in the front. Usually you want some other ice tower here to try to like start the regen farm getting a little bit more aggressive. And then you want to put your druid here on last. You want a druid of the storm to send regens backwards. In addition, you want to make sure you have some sort of technology in the back that's going to keep things from completely wiping you out and killing you. If you do it right, you can get this to regen farm, and it can happen over and over and over again to an infinite quality, and you will have infinite balloons to pop. Now, if you want to get a little fancy with it, you can sometimes put a second druid in the way as a druid of the storm to send more balloons backwards and make a bigger regen farm. But you have to be careful because sometimes you can wipe your regen farm out, and that can be quite upsetting. So what you might have to do is unfortunately get rid of things that can randomly hit other balloons kind of on accident. So anything that's in the way here, you are going to want to get rid of, and you just want to try to focus on the poppages. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a druid here. We're going to throw him right in the middle. We're still going to leave the ice and the glue in the front. I'm going to leave 1 tower in the back to make sure nothing sneaks through officially. And then as I need to, I'm going to buy more and more towers to make sure that I can keep on defending. So we're going to start off with a quick Ring of Fire here with super range attacks, just because it's a really, really powerful tower to just delete any balloons that are coming through here. And then as soon as I can, I'm going to go for a second druid to try to get a little bit more regen action happening here. You want to hit the bigger balloons if possible, because you want the rainbows to turn back into rainbows and kind of continue that big spread here. And there it goes. I think we finally got our official regen farm happening here. I'm hoping that this is just an infinite regen farm that we don't have to worry about at all, and everything's just going to keep on happening forever. If you're wondering, does this work? Well, we can look at our Desperado and see we've got 408,000 pops here. We're going to let it play out for, I don't know, a few seconds. Just going to see if it's going to keep on flowing here. And we end up with 416,000 pops! That was 8,000 pops in just a few seconds here. Let this run for about 5 minutes and see where we get. 5 minutes later, we made it to 724,000 pops. So we made it about 320,000 pops in 5 minutes. The good news is if you have to reset for some reason, or you decide to try to make your regen farm even regrowier by adding another druid in and screwing things up, it doesn't mess up your pop count. You get to continue on. So here we go. Took us a little over half an hour, but we did it. Once you're ready, you can click this little red box and unlock. Oh, look at him. Holy crap, the Gunpow Slinger Desperado, the primary monkey. Tip of my hat to you, buddy. Ooh, look at that double revolver. I love it. Obviously, if this helps, appreciate a like and subscribe. If you do plan on buying anything, though, I really appreciate using my creator support code. Thank you so much, and have a super duper delicious day.